Hello and welcome to the game. Hello and welcome to the Games and Manas podcast. I'm future Brent here. When we last left the guys, they were just getting ready to talk a little bit more about the gameplay of the original Portal and Portal 2. So I'll hand it back off to them and we will finish up the episode.
Portal, physics-based game.
Very physics-based.
Jump through portals, doing fun stuff. Orange to blue, blue to orange. First-person perspective. Yes. Jumpy. Danger water. Lasers.
Turrets.
Caution!
The turrets are so cute.
Yes.
They are.
They're adorable, and I feel bad hurting them.
Yeah.
Especially when they say shit like, I'm sorry.
I know.
I don't blame you. That's my favorite. I don't
Yes.
blame
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cute.
System error.
I don't blame you. No hard feelings.
Yeah, so we are navigating physics-based puzzles in levels with various hazards, whether it be neurotoxin or just strangely enough, the main character has braces on her legs so it can fall safely from incredible heights without being injured, but can't swim.
Yeah, that's weird.
So if you fall into the water, you're dead.
Maybe the braces are very heavy.
Maybe. Oh, that makes sense. God, that's dismal. I don't. We're talking about gameplay, but it's really pretty basic. It handles like any other first-person shooter for the most part, just without the the depth of the shooting mechanic. It actually is kind of interesting that they implemented like a duck mechanic.
Yeah.
Because you don't really need it for most of the game. Like, realistically, ducking is kind of irrelevant.
I don't use it at all.
I know.
Yeah.
In fact, when it happens, it's like, oh, son of a bitch. All right, stand up.
Is this a Source Engine game?
I don't remember what the core engine is, but it feels like it came from something else.
It does feel like a Source Engine. Like it does feel like a Half-Life 2.
In fact, it's pretty. It probably has to be because it's pretty polished for a homegrown FPS engine.
Yeah,
like the turning and even the aiming mechanics feel pretty smooth. And when you play games when you play first-person games that don't have good, especially like the aim mechanics and like camera controls, it can be pretty apparent when they're homegrown because they don't play well. In fact, a game that we'll probably have to play sometime because it is kind of important to me, although it has its problems, is the original Red Faction, and that was that was FPS kind of homegrown engine as far as I'm aware, because it's like a relative of like Crytek's CryEngine, where they have like very early destructible environments. They were actually playing with destructible environments first, but anyway, it plays. It plays like they built it themselves instead of like using an existing engine.
Yeah.
And
Source is Valve's engine for Half-Life 2.
And that's what and that makes sense because it feels good to play Portal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that it's the same engine. It's the Source engine that does all of it.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've not played Red Faction, so
we'll have to get into that one of these days. But
I know, shocking that there's an FPS game that I haven't played.
It's a far from perfect series, but it persisted for a while. THQ Nordic.
Oh, nice.
F's in chat again.
Yeah.
But it's not a super. Portal is not a super deep game in terms of mechanics, which is part of why it's brilliant.
Yeah.
In that you don't need more than your ability to jump, move, and shoot portals.
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing that I always look for in games is I want fewer mechanics better done, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and the physics simulation part of it is extremely well polished.
Yeah.
and it feels precise. It feels accurate, which makes it play well.
Yeah, you don't need some AAA studio inventing their own goddamn engine from the ground up to make something wonderful.
Yeah.
Use what you know and make it better.
Yep.
And yeah, if you're ambitious enough, sure, there are obvious benefits of creating your own engine and building off of that, as is the case with the source engine that we're talking about. But still, like, I see too much of publishers and developers anymore simultaneously just like, oh, well, we need to make this game the most graphically intensive, beautiful, crazy ass game ever, but it's like it has no substance. And that's where games like Portal really set the standard, because whereas Portal, even to when it came out, it was dated graphically, but it had so much substance. It made up for literally everything.
I think that there was a push at one point for when the economy at large was just a little bit better off, and the games industry was still kind of on that upswing in the late 2000s. There was a big push for almost everybody was building their own engines for things at the time, and also there weren't a whole lot of reusable or like customizable engines that are out there. Like, the brilliance of Unreal Engine now is that it makes itself available to any number of game types, or like the Unity engine. But there's all of these different engines that are just out there, and they're so versatile that you can make any type of game, and it really empowers indie game developers. And that wasn't really, thankfully, game development was at a different place than it is now, and AAA being so fraught now. But at the time, Portal's not a AAA game, but there was more money to go around to develop the games, and developing an in-house engine would have just been a boat anchor on this game. That's really what I'm getting at. It was unnecessary, and it would have been it would have brought it down.
Unreal Engine, even back in that day, was still a thing, but also at the same time, if I remember correctly, the Havoc physics engine was also like prominently in a lot of very high end games. And then you look nowadays, Havoc, it's not really a thing anymore.
It was a big thing in the
the Havoc physics engine for the longest time was fucking crazy. It was wonderful. It was like the only real competitor for many years against against Unreal. But now, where Benny was bringing up the point where at this time it didn't really make a lot of sense to make your own engine. It's just a lot of wasted time and money. You see kind of the opposite, and I think as more companies become fragmented post-pandemic, you're seeing a lot of companies really trying to bring that shit in-house. Notable ones, Capcom with the RE engine. Like, that's their own in-house thing.
Neon Falcom has built their own engine for their new games, for the new Ease and Trails games, and those look gorgeous, and they run on a potato. And it's crazy to see.
Bungie's still rocking their old school Tiger engine, and that's a dumpster fire. But
still, it makes
it's
sense.
Still their own engine.
It makes sense to let the people who know how to make. So the guy who paints your car probably doesn't know how to engineer the engine.
Right.
And so, and you wouldn't want him to. He would do neither job well enough to make a car worthy of coming off a production line. That's why you have two different things, and
two different guys.
And it makes the process of development way more viable, especially at that AAA level. Like, even CD Projekt Red, their Witcher 4 demo was an Unreal Engine demo. It wasn't their own engine. And I guess all of this is just to say that they put the development costs and energy into the places that really mattered. And even in this time period where we're not, I guess indie development has never valued the pinnacle of graphics over quality. But even at the time, Portal valued quality over polish, or over like the outward polish. Yeah. And so it's not an unattractive game, especially the original, but it plays so well that you don't care that it's not, because it gets a little like, especially towards some of like the escape sequence and like towards the end of the game, when you're in the underworks and you kind of get out of the band of the testing environments that GLaDOS is putting you in, it's a little dingy on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, they had to do that because one of the things that's overlooked more often than not when it comes to Portal is there are no other characters. There are no other NPCs. Yeah. They have to drive the narrative through environment, which, again, we've been up and down about how environment can really drive a game home as far as both quality, but just fun. Yeah. We talked about Dead Space, games like that, and then the new, Resident Evil Requiem, where I talked about in TMIG. Go watch it now. How Capcom is like, oh, okay, so we need to drive more to atmosphere rather than action because it's what atmosphere is what drives the horror in the game to begin with. It's the same thing with Portal where the entire time you have a sense that something is wrong, and they drive that through atmosphere. Yeah. And they do it very, very well. But whereas, Resident Evil, you have NPCs and zombies or whatever, Portal doesn't have anybody. You are alone. You are inherently alone the entire fucking time, but they make it seem like you're also not alone.
And as those layers of that onion, the facade start pulling back. And in fact, that's another thing that's really great, especially with Portal 2, as things have deteriorated in the second game. Mm-hmm. You really see the facade. You see the you see the artifice, that
the skeleton beneath it.
Exactly. Almost, that you are not in this permanent monolithic edifice. You are in a moving, impermanent. I'm trying to think, like
entropy has taken hold.
Yeah, it's all art
structure.
It's all artifice, and you are really. It's kind of like there's honestly a little bit of like a Plato's cave kind of thing to it, where like once you've seen beyond, you realize that what you were in before is just a fraction of reality around you. Absolutely. And not to get like super deep. I mean, it's not like it's not reflecting on that so much as it's just like your circumstances are not what you think they are in the beginning of the game. And that's fun.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think that there's an argument that good art of any medium circumscribes bigger ideas than even it's trying to get at.
Sure.
Get those nerds! Nerd!
I think you could make that case for Portal. I think we're kind of driving towards presentation here a little bit, and I just want to like take because we've talked a little bit about the graphics of it. I want to take just a second and talk about the sound and sound design of this game. Yeah. Both games. One, because the voice acting in this is just insane. It's so good. It is what makes these games, to me, as great as they are. I'm blanking on the names of both voice actors for GLaDOS and Wheatley.
Wheatley is something Merchant.
Well, while you look that up, I know J.K. Simmons is
he's Cave Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Cave Johnson. Oh God, yes. Couldn't get any better.
Oh yeah,
perfect for that role.
The lemons bit is still burned into my brain.
All right, I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Yeah. Make life take the lemons back. Yeah. Get mad. Yeah. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah, take the lemons.
Demand to see life's manager. Yeah. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down. With the lemon.
Oh, I like this guy.
I'm going to get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Burn his house down. Finding people. He says what we're all thinking.
Wheatley is Stephen Merchant. Honestly, we should, like, GLaDOS deserves a mention
Ellen McLean.
in front of anybody else here. She is in fact, that is actually something that this game lives and dies on. And we haven't really, I guess we are getting to sound now, but it can't be stated enough that her voice acting kind of makes or breaks this game. And she's just wonderful.
It's iconic. It wouldn't make it into a movie like Pacific Rim unless it had some sort of cultural following behind it. So, yeah, it'd be a disservice to call it anything less than absolutely iconic.
It's almost impossible to. None of us will be able to replicate the voice patterns,
but it'll be in this. It'll be in the final.
We'll put some in there. She's so funny. She's so menacing.
Yeah.
It's just she's a wonder in this role.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
And it's really fun with so Ellen McLean is her name. It's really fun with her performance as GLaDOS across these two games because we also get a chance to hear her in a different role in Portal 2.
Yes.
And and it you do see it's one of those things that I don't think gets fully explored in media today, and I mourn it a little bit. How important voice acting is as a skill, and we I think on this podcast have tried to celebrate it where and when appropriate. She does such a fantastic job in these games.
I mean, we were effusive about the voice acting in Mass Effect.
Yes, absolutely.
But again, that's also Jennifer Hale. It's not hard to beat Jennifer Hale.
But
she's great. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there are these people who that is their skill set, is being able to, create and build a character just through their vocal presentation. And
Nolan North, Tom Kenny, just glorious people who can do wonderful, crazy, sometimes horrifying things with their voices.
Absolutely.
Phil
Lamar, yes.
Hank
oh my
Azaria.
God, I remember watching Phil Lamar when he was still on Mad TV on fucking Fox.
Phil Lamar is
crazy and talented.
Why am I blanking on the guy who does Bender right now? Why the fuck?
John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
Absolute legend.
He pops up in areas you would never suspect that that's him until someone tells you, that's John DiMaggio.
You're absolutely right. It is a unique skill set. It's different than acting.
Yep.
It is like there are plenty of actors that can voice act because they can embody a character, but they can't quite infuse the character into the voice the way that like a dedicated voice actor does. And it's a subtle difference, but I'm trying to you could throw vocal distortion on Helen Mirren for GLaDOS, and that would be a fun character. But it wouldn't be what GLaDOS is because of how good. Oh my God, I blanked. But
Ellen McLean. I'm blanking on in Futurama the guy who is Fry.
The same guy is Stimpy in Ren Stimpy.
Billy
West.
Billy West.
Yes. Billy West.
So the thing that the reason I bring that up is he's Morbo too.
Yeah. Oh, he does so many
on the same show, and
he's also the Red M&M.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Yeah. Billy West. It's Billy West, the same fucking guy who does all those voices we just talked about. It's Red M&M, Fry, Morbo, all that shit. That's Billy West.
There's a level of versatility that these people have that they have such fine control over their voice specifically.
Yeah.
That they do things with the characterization that almost no one else can accomplish.
Yeah, it's incredible, and I think the voice acting in this needs a special call out because it does make this series, just incredible.
This game is
right. What
Wheatley
they
is so good.
Well, in a
Wheatley's
game where there's
good.
so few NPCs and people you interact with,
Yeah.
it really leans heavy into
It needs
the
that.
few people you hear really need to drive that home.
And they
Yes.
do.
They absolutely do.
They absolutely hammer it home.
GLaDOS specifically. Without GLaDOS, this game is a mild curiosity
Well,
at
the
best.
first game, that's the only person who talks to
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
Well, and if you've seen gameplay of little inside baseball, the team that developed Portal was hired pretty much wholesale from they had a college project that they were working on that I believe is called Lenticular Drop. I'll add a link in the description if that's incorrect.
And it was only like 5 or 6 people, was it not?
Yep.
It was a very, very tiny.
Very
I remember
small
seeing
team.
the entire team getting their award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a pure physics sim in like what looks kind of like Doom. Like it's all like red brick and lava, and it looks bad. I mean, it looks bad, right?
But they proved the physics
But
was
they
there.
proved that they could do it.
Yes.
That's exactly how Outer Wilds started.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that was another like
These physics prototype projects that someone had a passion for how to represent this mechanic. That's just a curiosity, and it's a fun tidbit, but
absolutely.
Minecraft is another one.
Yeah,
not necessarily physics, but like
But
just
it's
that.
the
that's true though.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so it was this very simple little project, and you look at it and you're like, well, that's Portal. But what is it about the finished game that we got that separates it from this kind of crude demo? And to me, so much of it is the sound design. Both Ellen McLean's performance as GLaDOS, but also just there's so much texture. The soundtrack of this is so down in the mix.
The subtle hum of the fluorescent lights.
Yes.
And then hearing them pop to life and turn on as you walk through a hallway is just it's the chef's kiss to really make it seem like, okay, well, these lights haven't been turned on in a little bit. And it also reminds you of the fluorescent tomb that most of us sit in our everyday jobs, which is also a reminder of death.
It is a very industrial. It is a very industrial sound. The whir of the servos and the.
Yeah. In terms of other games that we've played for this show, I think probably the closest analog is Fear.
Yes.
Fear or
because they used actual. Like Nathan Grigg, when he did that, he was doing that by like actually throwing buckets and shit around.
Limbo's a great example too.
Also,
it's got
vibes.
such a
even the music is like understated but charming and like menacing at times, especially in Portal 2 where the music is very situational, and as like you go,
and it opens up as the game goes on. Yeah,
I love when you like start using like the speed gel later on to like run fast, and like the music has like this like ramp up effect. Whoops, I hit the mic. Ramp up effect as you like go down the path and like gain more speed and like go through the air, and it's like that cool kind of synthesizer run. And it's like kind of like pumps you up a little bit as you do it.
It's so good. Yeah.
But it's understated too. It's not like all good game music is, unless you're playing Rock Band.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly, like the first Portal really didn't even have any music until GLaDOS is about to fucking burn you alive for the first time, and you get that.
It's got very like background atmospheric stuff. It is a lot like Limbo.
I mean, you do get some music from the radios.
Yes, and specifically the Muzak version of Jonathan Colton's track, which we should talk about Jonathan Colton just
that's true
briefly. Both Portal 1 and Portal 2 have ending themes by Jonathan Colton, the Arc Nerd.
If you're intimate with Jonathan Colton, give him a beach right now.
Triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
The nerd, the nerd beetle. I don't know how to describe him other than
he's like a nerd prophet. Like,
yeah,
and like people like gather around him for some reason. The least of which is because he's. I love Jonathan Colton. The least of which is because he's awesome.
Apparently
talented,
not a good live show. I've heard this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very talented songwriter though. Yeah. And a very funny guy too. Like, he was either in or affiliated with They Might Be Giants.
I don't know that.
I can't remember, but he's very talented comedy musician, great vocalist. And he, like you said, produced the ending track for both of these games, and they're both really charming songs. Yeah.
And have become sort of in the rotation of like nerd music as default tracks.
It's infamous.
Yeah.
Like you start playing anything by Jonathan Colton, everyone's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, if you haven't heard it, go check out Re Your Brains, which a lot of people know from Guitar Hero, I think, right? Or was it Rock Band?
Rock Band.
Okay.
Sure
But yeah.
If I'm wrong, fuck you. I'm like it.
I think you're correct.
I'm pretty sure it's Rock Band.
I'm pretty sure you're right. We were just talking about I Crush Everything, which is one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, it's a great. I Feel Fantastic is so good.
Oh, God. Such a good song. Also, I was showing the guys before the podcast started, go check out the 8-bit big band version of the ending theme to the original Portal, which is called Still Alive, which is a lounge jazz big band cover of the song. It's great.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And then for all of our
Sammy
fans,
Davis Jr.
Yeah. Or for all, any of our listeners, if you've ever heard the phrase "the cake is a lie,"
yep, that's where this comes from. Ratman.
Yes, that's where this comes from. Is this game is Portal?
Oh, and you should go check out the manga / comic that Valve put out about the life of Ratman, the life of the NPC.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. That you there is a NPC that you don't see within the Portal games, but is critical and kind of pointing you in the right direction. They wrote a comic about him, and it's very good, and you should go check it out.
I do like how
he pulls back the veil.
Yeah.
I do enjoy how saying like the cake is a lie is more or less replaced a rat race.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that. I think saying using it, in normal conversation, saying the cake is a lie, how so many people understand exactly what you're talking about without having to say anything at all.
It symbolizes it's shorthand for a much bigger idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least in the internet gamer culture.
But what's weird is that if you played the game, it's like, well, it wasn't technically a lie.
Yeah,
it just wasn't for you.
But that's what makes the phrase so interesting is that it
because some people it's just like, no, it didn't exist, but other people it's like, well, it did exist, but it still wasn't for me one way or the other.
It's because the promise of the cake was a lie.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey,
spoiler alert, the cake is a lie.
As a quick aside, in the last episode we talked about Nintendo and their game that they released,
Lieutenant Dan Ice Cream.
Jesus.
In the 2000s, that fit on a 2 megabyte. Thank you. 2 megabyte Game Boy Advance cartridge that they're selling for $20 now on the Switch, and you'll lose it when you go to the Switch 2. Portal came out about the same time.
Yeah.
And you can get it on Steam usually for between $2 and $7.
They really don't sell for that. That's full price too.
And you can
I've
probably
seen
get-
it as cheap as 50 cents. It's fucking crazy.
You can probably get both games in a combo deal for extraordinarily cheap as well.
Yes.
You should do so if you have a computer. Also,
And the game will run on a potato.
absolutely.
With
and
pun intended.
potato. and here's the thing about Portal. Every time a new generation of graphics cards comes out, whatever new things you can do with a PC game, Valve patches in and gives you for free.
Yep.
So whatever kind of ray tracing DLSS shit that you want to be able to do, you can do it on your already purchased copy of Portal.
So
And they don't charge you for the update.
So I did try Portal with the ray tracing update or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, but it is available for if you have a higher end AMD card. There's subtle differences.
It is. It's not. I've
It's
seen
not
video
crazy.
of it,
I
but-
noticed, a lot of, especially seeing light coming through windows, that sort of thing. Because in the game, there's different little offices off to the side, and there'll be
Yeah.
ambient light coming through those offices that go through the windows, and then
That's just fun, though, that they do that.
But yeah, it's really nice. I'm not saying ray tracing is dumb, but it is kind of dumb. I think with the amount of technology they're trying to push towards ray tracing, it's you're just developing a different lighting engine
I mean, that is
that you're turning
effectively
into
what
a
it is.
gimmick. Just chill.
For the age of the game, too, it's not going to take it full advantage of that.
No, it's
that
not. It's
technology.
not. I mean,
But
look,
it's fine.
it's fun, and even if your graphics card isn't a high end thing, and even if it supports it, and you're playing at let's say 1080p, yeah, turn it on because it is kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
But at the
That's a
same
good point,
time,
though.
it's
This game will run on almost anything, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking it'll play on a cell phone, really.
And no, it actually will. No, for sure it will, because
Yeah.
there's a fan port of the Source Engine. I was being modest. I actually do know it's Source Engine. But there's a fan port of the Source Engine that you can play Half-Life 2 and the original Portal in on Android devices, and it'll.
But that's
run
not
on
surprising. The engine
awesome.
is well over 20 years old.
Absolutely. Well, and so when getting back real quick to the whole thing,
The
about,
fucking engine is older than my son. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
But and so that's kind of my point, right? Is so that little things like the quality of the transparencies, they've the buttons in the Portal games have just slowly gotten to look better as time's gone on. Valve is just out there making things better for free, while everybody else
Hear that, Nintendo?
while everybody else is taking shit away from you.
But
And I know they're a for-profit corporation. I'm not trying to pump them up. They fuck us out. They fuck us over like everybody else does. But it's so, you look at Valve and you go, God, it's so easy to not be dicks.
Yeah.
although it's so funny because as we're talking about it, the state of New York is suing Valve for loot boxes. But it was so funny that the entire gaming community did this, and for all of our fans, we're looking around. We're
Just Valve?
loot boxes. What? What are you talking about?
How is it Valve?
Valve, yeah, Valve.
Yeah.
You have other companies like Treyarch and Activision who've been doing this shit for decades.
Yes.
And then Valve, the company who literally just does not really do that anymore. It's you're attacking Valve?
I will say
Fucking
Counter-Strike.
what?
Counter-Strike is just a money laundering scheme.
But we all knew that. We've known
Yeah.
it forever. Okay, Counter-Strike with the weapon skins, we know.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of understood. No fucking 13 or 12, 13, 14-year-old is out there and be like, I'm going to play Counter-Strike, this game that is older than they are.
Right.
That's
Right.
absurd. So it's so funny. It's really? You're not going to go after Nintendo or any of these other assholes who are actively fucking over people. You're going to go after Valve, literally the good guys of the industry right now?
Because they're a privately held corporation. They're not publicly traded.
Yeah.
They don't have a board of directors that's all fucking rich guys.
Yeah, if like
that's why.
If Gabe was like snapping open the spines of babies and sucking out the juices of them, I'd be like, yeah,
They'd still be better than-
yeah, they would still be better than Nintendo. But I'd still be like,
I'd be
maybe
like, well,
go after that dude.
I'd be like, what did the baby do?
Yeah, because it's so
It's a
absurd.
shitty baby, right?
But it's
Yeah,
so
I
funny
mean-
because that has been the collective thing right now with Valve and Steam, who's obviously the people who made Portal.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking around like, what? You're
Really?
of all people, you didn't go after EA, you didn't go after.
We're not going after Activision Blizzard King. We're not going after.
We're not going after Ubisoft. We're going after Valve.
Yeah.
Literally the good guys. The only people who have been consistent and openly transparent
Yeah.
through everything.
Yeah.
You're going to go after them.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
No, in all seriousness, play Portal 1. If you can get both of these together, it's absolutely worth it.
It usually is bundled together.
Portal
per se.
2 is one of my favorite games
Yeah.
of all time. And we've covered a few of them. And there are plenty of games that, like, Valkyria Chronicles is a game that I really like. I love Valkyria Chronicles, but that's kind of a gamer's game. Like, I don't think that everybody ought to play Valkyria Chronicles necessarily.
You got the chapter 15, by the way. Just saying.
If you're nice,
I'm getting there.
if you're gonna play,
It's a fun game.
if you're gonna play a game and you're not already into gaming,
Yeah.
Portal's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah.
I can actually say, like, this is one of the ones that, like, is a good entry place into the hobby. Also,
You can get both games for $15 right now.
that's
Jesus,
fucking
that's
awesome, man.
Portal
a
1
great
and
deal.
Portal 1
Okay.
and 2, $15.
I like
For 20, you can get that and Vampire
Survivors. Fucking perfect.
You can get the entire orange box right now, but that's not Portal 2. You can get the
Yeah.
entire orange box for $20.
Jesus, that's a great deal.
Yeah, but seriously, Portal 1 and 2, $15.
But
That's a great deal.
it's hard to understate how accessible Portal is.
Yeah.
If you haven't mastered first-person mechanics,
Yep.
that's the only challenge you have getting into this.
So if you're my wife,
Everything else, and I mean,
I could be
it's not nothing. Like there's a
No,
skill.
it is a skill set.
There's a
for
skill
sure.
set to it, but
And I know because I'm not good at it.
but this is an entry point that is absolutely appropriate for anybody who's interested.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger, another one of my favorite games we've covered,
Yeah.
is pretty accessible, but like maybe not everybody's going to be interested. It shows its age. Outer Wilds is control-wise difficult to play. Portal is just accessible.
Yeah.
And it's charming for anybody almost anybody who's listening to this podcast can identify with themes and ideas and can probably master the gameplay with even just a little bit of time invested to be able to get through the game.
yes,
This is an appropriate starting point.
And like
Absolutely.
Outer Wilds, really, in the grand scheme of things, when you play Portal, you really don't lose in any true sense of the word. Like, yeah,
Right.
like in Outer Wilds, like, yeah, you die, sure. In Portal, you can die as well, but
Keep going until you figure it out.
it's not as if it's a big groundbreaking, like, oh, fuck, I lost so much time. It's never that way at all.
It rewards experimentation and continued
Yes. Really?
examination of
Yes.
what's going on.
Yeah, if you die, it just means you're doing something right. You're trying to figure out how to make it work.
The game will rarely punish you.
Or as Benny says, I will do science to it.
Yes. the
The science, it's so hard.
I will do science to it. That's a Dresden Kodak reference, web comic. But
I like the Dresden Dolls.
it's few. Fair enough. I like the Dresden Files. It's a good book series.
Yeah. What is that in the same place where we learn, like, yeah, a CPU is just a rock that we imbued with lightning to trick it into thinking?
It's either that,
Not
or
wrong.
It's either
it's like,
either
not
Dresden
wrong.
Kodak or XKCD.
Yeah.
Both fantastic
Yeah.
web.
Oh,
web
I love
comics.
XKCD.
But
Have you ever played XKCD hoverboard?
no. Wait, what?
XKCD hoverboard. It's
Oh.
the video game that XKCD made.
Oh, I think isn't it just like a little flash game?
Yeah, it's
I think
stupid.
I think
love
I've
it.
played a little bit. I don't know. I love XKCD though, but where the fuck was I going with that?
You were talking about how Portal is a excellent entry point into 3D gaming, and how like it doesn't, it doesn't really have
the
a fail
science.
state.
It's very non-threatening.
Yeah, and exactly, like your failures will actually. That's a really good thing about. We don't have to go back to gameplay literally at all. Your failures will almost invariably give you a like if you fail it, you will have gotten to a perspective that will let you know how to get further the next time. So you will rarely ever find yourself in a position where you just can't move forward.
It's a cumulative.
Exactly.
Game. Like you get better at it.
You will
each time you lose,
and you get an immense sense of satisfaction and reward for succeeding.
Yeah.
Again, just like Outer Wilds.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
It just takes time and experimentation and figuring out how something works.
But this one is infinitely more accessible.
Right.
That's
right.
true.
Right. Absolutely.
Although I love that too, because that is a good comparison, because they're both sort of like physics sims with like a very like a nice, even like smooth progression to them.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of cuteness to them. There's a certain amount of
Except that time I flew head first in that fucking satellite as fast as I fucking could. Now I'm like, here's this red blinking light. I'm gonna fly at it.
I did the same thing. And I was like,
That-
why is my nav down?
Yeah, that's how I like got like 2 different achievements right there. I was like, holy shit. I just wanted to fly at the thing that I hadn't flown at before. But again, it rewards that experimentation, just kind of like in Portal. It's just like, think outside the box, do something different, because
be fearless. There's no reason to
Yes.
do anything with any level of fear.
Nothing,
because it's
nothing
on your.
you do is going to be raw.
Almost everything is on your own time. Take as much time as you want, and all those experiments, especially in Portal 1, like it's designed that way. Like
And in these
most
games,
of them, it's just like there really are no threats.
In these
nothing's
games, if-
chasing you. Nothing's doing anything. It's like you are your own threat.
if you're told not to do something, you should absolutely do it.
Yeah.
In fact, GLaDOS does specifically throw you off your scent.
and then jokes about it, like, oh yeah, we are now allowed to tell you that last statement was a lie, or however that goes. It's like, yeah,
so good. I just barreling towards final thoughts here. I love this game. I love this game series. I would love there to be a third one, but it's kind of one of those things where
Valve doesn't do third games of anything.
right. And also it's one of those things where, and I feel like as a culture we're slowly angling towards this, which is like sometimes things can just be good for what they are, and you don't need more of them, because there doesn't always need to be more to be said. We don't need a Ghostbusters 6. The first one was great, and we don't need any more Ghostbusters. Please stop giving us more Ghostbusters. I'm sick of taking my kids to go see Ghostbusters.
I firmly agree with that. In fact, I may have even mentioned this on the podcast. I like limited series because of this. Tell your story and don't expect to have a series that runs for 30 seasons or even 10. Like it's unreasonable and it's unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, did you guys
Tell
hear
a good story and get out.
Perfect example. Smiling Friends. They're like, yeah, we're done.
Well,
They were funded and approved for 5, and they're like, well, we already released the 3rd season. We're gonna release like 2 more episodes, and then we're done.
yeah.
Some stories can sustain for an extended period of time before they get out. But like, this is why I love Gravity Falls.
Yes.
I finally got my wife to watch it last year, and we watched it, and she
Such a good
and she
show.
loved it, and she was like, "There's only 2 seasons." I was like, "Please, like, try to think of it from the perspective of that's all they needed.
Yeah, it's
perfect
Disney
how it
Rick
is.
and Morty. To be honest, that's what it is.
That's what it's all it needed to tell the story.
Yes.
And it's better because of it.
Yes.
And honestly, like, compare Gravity Falls to Rick and Morty, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm glad that Gravity Falls got out when they did, right? Or like, my probably favorite animated show of all time is Bebop.
Well, I just bring
And
it up
it's
because like the two creators of each show know each other very well. And
Yeah.
in Rick and Morty, there's that scene where the mug
Yeah. The
So-
guy the guy who created
So
Rick and Morty is in it.
Stan Pines is basically Rick's friend,
Yeah,
or one
yeah.
of Rick's friends. I hope they bring that in someday, but Disney will never let them do it.
No, God, no. But no, like Bebop is one of my very favorite shows, and it's like that show is what it needs to be. It doesn't need any more.
Mm-hmm.
They made the movie. The movie's good. I like the movie, but it didn't need to exist.
And the movie exists in the middle of the series
Yeah.
chronologically. It doesn't add anything after, and it shouldn't.
No. And this is yeah. So this is kind of my thing is it's like sometimes we need to just be we need to be able to allow the things that we like to just be what they are and not want more of them and go find something else. And this is why I mentioned, I can't remember if it was this episode or the last one, I mentioned The Legend of Elliot and how excited I am for it. Because I looked at it and I was like, that's going to be a Zelda-like. But it's not Zelda. And it's not by the Zelda creators. It's not a Shigeru Miyamoto thing. It's not a Takeshi Tezuka thing. It's something else. But it's just Zelda-y. And I'm like, I want that. I want... Because I'm done with... I don't ever need to buy another Nintendo Zelda game. Ever again.
Yeah, no one has ever called Hollow Knight a fucking Metroid game. Although it is under the umbrella of a Metroidvania game, people refer to games like Hollow Knight as, oh, that's just Hollow Knight. The genre doesn't define exactly what it is. It's its own thing.
Yes. And, like, I want something new to love. I don't need more of the same thing beat to death and stretched out, as Bilbo Baggins would say. Like, not enough butter over too much bread. Like, just do the thing well, and then get the fuck out and go do something else.
Okay, if you
gape out the
like
story.
that, okay, don't gape out the story.
I kind of gave them their, like, the last thoughts
Yeah.
that I expressed, but yeah, it's this... In terms of storytelling and in terms of gameplay, it's this lovely little island that you can visit and really take it all in and then get out. And it's a perfect... And it's not terribly long. It's a nice little bite-sized chunk of game that you're... And even though it's not very long, you're not paying too much money for it to be worth the... To have been worth the experience. The $15...
Yes.
is a really good price tag.
In a first person puzzle game, those don't come along very often. They
really-
kind of set
yeah.
the standard for that. Subliminal wouldn't exist without Portal.
For a really lovely little experience.
Yes.
And a very accessible one. I think that I think it does everything it does somewhere between well to exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And I think that it will become apparent unless you bounce off of it hard for some reason. If you get through this, I think very few people will finish this game without feeling very satisfied by it.
Yes.
Yeah. And there is one of the things that I love about Portal, and this is something that I wanted to... We might have a little, like, post-episode, depending on what everybody's time frame looks like. A little post-episode thing to talk about. But, like Pokemon, one of the things that I love about Portal is the massive amount of fan content that's out there. Mm-hmm. And so if you just like navigating Portal puzzles, that $15 gets you a lot more than just the 2 campaigns that Valve created.
You get to see all the speed runs and all the other crazy shit.
There's
or
so much stuff.
Puzzle challenges or whatever.
Yeah. And all the stuff with the 2-player Portal challenges and stuff. It's so much fun.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. Kirkstein, you got any more for us?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because Portal 2, we didn't talk about really the co-op aspect at all.
Right.
And that's fair.
Right.
Co-op, the 2-player campaign part of Portal 2 kind of does take a backseat because Portal 1 really didn't have that period.
Right. It's completely optional.
It's completely optional. Yeah, you don't have to do it at all. But I totally did it back in the early 2000s. Me and my buddy Mike. A lot of you guys know Mike. Don't say his name.
I won't.
But we were those big achievement hunter type guys where it's just like it was always a competition between us.
Mike?
What did I say?
Okay, sorry.
So we helped each other with this entire game, and I miss that because he and I were so competitive, especially like if you played the original Call of Duty game, like back in the or Call of Duty or COD 4 or whatever it was, the big one with the like we were always just in a big race and who can get things first. Yeah. So this game was one of those where we were in a race, but it's like we're in a race together. Mm-hmm. Like we had to come together. It's like, okay, well, the only way to get these achievements is to combine our knowledge and our skill set and to make this happen. And we did. Just like how myself and I think Benny and Token and was it Chappie, when we did the Halo ODST.
The legendary run.
Yeah, like a bunch of other shit we did there, and the firefight things. It was one of those things when like achievement hunting was a big thing, but the co-op I kind of felt needed more attention in this game, considering just how in depth it was and the different challenges and levels that were available. It wasn't like a carbon copy of what was in the single player game. It was a whole other thing, and it's like.
Almost a different game.
Yeah. They needed to make it more accessible. A lot of people missed out on that 2-player co-op aspect of it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was still, for what it was, 10 out of 10 game. I really wish they would have put a little more marketing effort, or at least just effort in general, in making the co-op part more of a thing. I mean, especially back in the day when it came out, when Xbox Live was probably at its peak.
Yeah.
They could have done that a hell of a lot better.
No, for sure. I've already kind of, waxed poetic over these games. I think they're fantastic. I think they're a great entry point into 3D gaming. They're available. They're accessible. They're inexpensive. They run on everything. They're wonderful little puzzle boxes of like good game design. They still like hold up visually. The sound design is great. I don't
packed with charm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know any reason why if you are hearing the sound of my voice and you like video games, please, for the love of God, go play Portal and Portal 2. They're great. And
if you played it back in the day, go do it again. You'll enjoy it.
You really will like it.
Go give it another shot because honestly, they have aged like fine wine so much more than anything else from that era. And
if you beat Portal, fucking beat it faster.
Yeah. No, it's
do the speedrun challenges. Fucking, it's so fun.
They're so much fun. They're available on everything. There's
Potato, Texas Instrument Calculator.
They play super well on Switch. They play super well on Steam. Obviously, of course, they would.
I was playing on a Steam Deck on a docking station I bought.
Yeah.
On my TV, played really nicely.
Valve is not going to put out a game that is poorly optimized.
Not their style.
That's just not what they do. So you can play their games on anything that they say you can buy it on. Mm-hmm. It'll work good.
Yeah. And then buy Doom Eternal.
And then buy Doom Eternal, which also will run on
or any of the Doom games because of all the games Bethesda's just like we're gonna optimize the fuck out of it.
Why do they only optimize the Doom games? Why is it that it's like
because that's part of the charm? Like
you can play Skyrim on a refrigerator.
Yes,
That's true.
I think that's part of the fun part of it is like, well, like when someone was playing fucking Doom on a keycap on a fucking keyboard, it's like, that's part of it. They have to abide by the memes.
Right? I played Doom on Bacteria. Anyway, I actually don't have a question, I don't think. Let me double check. I think we're out.
Well, we had if you don't have one, then it's probably the soundtrack one. But that again, that's an entire.
Was
episode.
that the one that we had on The Legend of Zelda that we lost?
Might have
was
been.
it?
I was gonna say I don't for sure remember. Let me double check.
I didn't get any questions. I mostly just got feedback, just like, yeah, when you guys are drinking, please put it on camera so we know what the fuck you're talking about. But it kind of feels like they want us to drink Baijiu again, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. So the last two that we had gotten, other than the ones that we did, were why is Benny's bald bait so sexy?
Oh yeah, Plague Nog.
Yeah, and
That's an obvious answer, though.
I mean, it's
we all
just
know.
Look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's not even hard. And then, what is your favorite gaming soundtrack of all time? Which I think we covered on a recorded episode. And then
it wasn't recorded.
was that the Legend of Zelda one?
I think that was the Legend of Zelda one.
Okay, well, we'll cover it, and if we double did this one, it'll be hilarious because I probably will give different answers.
I'm very confident that was supposed to be the Legend of Zelda episode.
Okay,
and we just didn't. It didn't.
Yeah. But do please give us some more questions. We love doing those. They're super fun.
And for all those people who are shy, don't be shy. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Just that's part of the internet. Like you're not going to embarrass yourself because no one cares.
And also, you can just send something.
Share your home address, social security number, and picture.
Don't fucking tell them that because he might actually fucking do it.
That's true.
But yeah, send to the email or to the Discord or send it to
comments.
Yeah,
if there are comment sections.
Yeah, put it in the YouTube comments. I read all that shit. I'm happy to. However you're most comfortable sending the questions in. We love the questions and we like talking about them.
But we can do the soundtrack thing.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Benny, since it's your game, you get us started on that.
My answer is going to be the same as last time and really easy because it's also really predictable. But favorite game soundtrack, definitely Chrono Trigger. I mean, it's easy. I feel like that's a cop out answer, but it doesn't make it any less true because it's just the most beautiful.
It's
charming.
Good.
I mean, it's so well done. Every one of those tracks is memorable, lingers.
Yeah, just like the Cranberries.
Let it linger.
Let it linger.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And they're perfect. Every track is perfect for the setting that it finds itself in.
Quarters of time on its own.
And even the story of the creation of the soundtrack is impressive.
Yeah, how fucking not Uematsu, Mitsuda, like almost fucking killed himself doing it.
Like drove himself into like medical crisis, and like the rest of the soundtrack had to be completed by someone else.
Yeah,
because it was such a passion project for him. Easy answer, but that's definitely the one.
Okay.
Kirkelstein.
So I always have a soft spot for Fear.
Yeah.
Just because of Nathan Grigg and how he composed that entire soundtrack. Being super crazy organic with it, like really driving home, like, well, I'm in this construction area of this, well, the antagonist in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to make music based off of, I'm going to fucking take a 5-gallon bucket and throw it against a sheetrock wall, that sort of thing, or I'm going to take some scaffolding and shake it. I really admire that just commitment to making the where you're at atmospherically, make sense to what you're doing, and that translates really well. And that makes sense, like why he's been called up to do like crazy shit, like the new Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah,
and I know, I don't know if he did any of the other newer Fear games, but the original Fear always struck a chord with me because it I don't know how many times, even today, even the game is so graphically simple in comparison. Yeah. Just going back and playing through it, and then the sound design and the music and how it hits, it's perfect. It's fucking perfect time and time and time and time again. I could get into Final Fantasy VIII a little bit, but I'm not going to because I think it would take away a little bit too much. But really, it's Fear. It's Fear. Even though it's a very simple soundtrack, it just the organicness and of how they made it, or one person made it, makes it just that much better.
I actually think this question might have, when we answered it during the Legend of Zelda playthrough, it actually reminds me, I think maybe I mentioned Portal because of like the Jonathan Colton tie-in. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why we ended up on this game
this game. That's
just as an aside. That doesn't change my answer, although a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll echo Chrono Trigger.
You whore.
I had mentioned on the last one, Final Fantasy VIII was like one that I had kind of like fallen in love with as we were playing it, because I had not played it prior to the show. Donkey Kong Country. That's why we That's why we have the whole meme about David Wise.
Yeah, he's a deadman.
It's so good. It's one of the greatest video game soundtracks ever.
Yeah, you're a dead man, David Wise.
I like the aquatic ambience is just like still like so like burned into my brain. I both the Kiichi Okabe Nier soundtracks, both Automata and Replicant, are incredible. Go listen to them, please. You don't even have to buy the games. Just go listen to the soundtracks. They're so good. Particularly for me, the track Emil Sacrifice sticks out. It's a really important moment in the game, but like it's just great piece of music. What else? Ocarina of Time. I've talked about many times how I love that soundtrack, and
it's really good.
It's so fucking good.
That one's up there pretty high for me too.
Yeah.
If I had to pick more than one, Ocarina would also be in the list.
Yeah. And I'm just not even gonna try to limit myself to 1 or even 10. I'm just not that guy.
If we really want, we can do an entire soundtrack episode.
Because
really I feel like I'm trying to think back. Like, did we answer this question? No, we did not.
Yeah, we need a.
Well, I think that was the Legend of Zelda episode for one.
Yeah,
and it didn't happen. And then I don't think we actually. We could talk fucking hours about video game soundtracks. We could talk about Cruising USA and
so good.
That one gal with the trophy is an actual porn star.
There you go.
And we can get weird with it. Like, it's fine.
Super Mario World,
yeah,
like just like the straight up God, there's so many that are so Persona 4. I like Jesus. Like I love that soundtrack so much.
I'll just say Sonic 2, and I about know just say Green Hill Zone.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is going through your head right now? We all know exactly that tune that's going through our heads right now.
Yes. I've got a weird one.
Okay.
R-Type Leo, which is an arcade game, never came out on home consoles, has this weird jazzy soundtrack that's like very like creepy and extremely Japanese. I love that. Neo Turf Masters. I talked about how much I love that.
Yeah.
Soundtrack. Metal Slug.
Streets of Rage in the
anything Yuzo Koshiro.
The City Pop.
Yes. Oh my god.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yes.
Again, we
Iconic
could have an
stuff.
entire fucking episode just based off that one
Oh
question.
my god. Here's one. I hate the game, but Civilization Call to Power had like a crazy good soundtrack. It's all these like weird.
But wasn't that one that like wasn't done by Sid Meier? Or
Yeah, that's the one that's
that's
not
a weird
Sid
one.
Meier.
Yeah.
But it's got this like crazy cool like trance soundtrack with all these like world beat
What about Rock Band and Guitar Hero?
of course.
Jesus.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Oh,
I was trying to make you both mad.
Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio.
Radio.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Jet Set Radio is a easy pick.
Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah. So the answer is I have like 60 and we should just do an episode where we each like sit down and think of our top 5 and we'll do that.
Which
what
is so funny because you guys are just like, well, I didn't think really people gave a shit about the types of things we listen to. And it's like, yes, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
In fact, the things we listen to are more or less probably more important than the actual games we play, which is weird.
Sorry. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2 is one of my very favorite. Theme of Laura is one of my favorite pieces of video game music, full stop. And just like that soundtrack in general is so good. It's so like creepy and otherworldly, and then it transitions into this weird like 90s like alt grunge rock, and it's so good. It just fits the vibes so well.
We'll tell you what, let's do an episode where we do like little samples of each one of these
Yes.
things too. Because there's so many people who just haven't played these games out there. Even to all of our fans, they may not have played it. But there's so many other people that I know who watch our fucking tax office / petting zoo or whatever it is. That are just like, it's great when you guys are talking about this, but we can't see it or hear it or whatever.
Yeah.
So fucking let's just do an episode on that one of these days.
Let's absolutely,
Because there's a like a 99% chance they have not played or seen the games that we have played.
I agree 100%. Let's do that. All right. Hey, if you're sticking around with us as I play with my hammer once again, that's not a metaphor. I have a hammer.
It's true. Well, before you kill Benny, it's Benny's game. So let him have a finishing thought.
Well,
Before
we did that before we did the question.
Well, ask him one more time. It's just people.
Benny, do you have another thought? He doesn't. Okay.
No, he doesn't.
I like Portal 2.
I have the pudding bun.
If you like what we're doing, we like you too. And you're one of our favorite people, you specifically, who's listening right now. You're sexy. You're smart. You're kind. Know that part that you're looking at specifically, it's good. Don't worry about it.
There's a good chance I'll fuck you. It's fine.
And yes, everybody has one of those. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We're like you.
If it's Chili Verde, get it checked out by a doctor.
Brett has a cloaca.
Filled with poblanos.
Yeah.
But anyway, we love you. Thank you for listening once again to our bus stop or tax office or whatever it is that we're doing here today. If you like what we're doing, go check us out on Discord, Amazon Music, Spotify, Libsyn. Ask us questions in Discord. Send us an email. Send us a Facebook message. Get in touch with us somehow.
Send nudes.
Please, we're so fucking lonely. Anything that you can send us, carrier pigeon, smoke signal, anything to prove that you're alive. We need proof of life. We're concerned. Let us know. 8 people listened to our last episode.
Send us a picture of yourself with a newspaper and the date.
Okay, so let's...
8.
Okay.
8.
And the people I have asked about our last episode, they're just like, this was supposed to be an episode about Hollow Knight. Have you actually listened to us fucking talking about that fucking shit? That was an hour of us talking about nothing.
It was so fun, though.
It was a lot of fun. So like, don't be mad at our audience.
I'm not mad at the audience. I'm not mad at the audience. And the back half of the episode will be more about Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Even my own wife was just like, when are you guys going to actually talk about Hollow Knight?
It's
we'll get there.
It's keep your pants on. It's fine.
Something Brent's never said.
See, that's
take your pants off. It's fine.
What confuses me, got JJ in the mix, and he's just like an extra layer of chaos. So it's like fucking.
Well, it was great because JJ was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop these things off." I was like, "Yeah, you should be on the podcast." He's like, "What game are you talking about?" Hollow Knight. And I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I've never played that." And it's like, "It's fine. It couldn't possibly cause any issues."
Oh my god, it was so. Oh fuck, that was so funny. I listened to the entire episode. I'm like, when are they gonna get to talking about Hollow Knight? I'm even in the fucking episode. I'm just like, when are we gonna talk about Hollow Knight? Oh god, it was so good. But please, dear listener, all of our fan, just hold on. I swear to God,
we do talk about Hollow Knight in the episode that you'll have already heard by the time this goes live.
It was just extra chaos because we had JJ coming over, Brent's moving out of. Yeah, I mean, you see this room here, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what you see. I can't speak to that. You see Benny waving.
So things have been fun. And Brent was so fucked up off a pot of coffee / entire bottle of schnapps. Holy shit. Dude,
I did old man for Loco pretty hard.
I fucking want the raw audio of everything
I'll
after
send
that.
it over to you.
If I don't get that, I'm gonna be very mad at you.
I'm
gonna listen to that as I go to bed because at one point JJ and I literally looked at each other and we're just like, let's just let Brett talk for a while.
We gotta get out of this, guys.
I haven't listened to it yet. I have no idea what I sounded like or what I said, but I'm sure it was deeply disturbing.
Well, I want it so I can give it to Benny, too, because he'll be like, okay, I totally get what you're talking about.
This is fair. All right, I have to urinate. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining on this episode of the Games That Made Us podcast, and we'll talk to you again soon. And bye! Doesn't have a way into the house.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they were all signing that they were going to cut his head off.
You're gonna.
If you let us in, we'll murder you.
Yeah, they're all looking through these garage windows, just like, doing the neck, like death sign. So I had interpreted that as, and you let the family in, they're going to cut your head off. No, I could be wrong.
We just got to get out before they take him out.
That's true. Or we're just like, we didn't see anything.